Hello, welcome to Madame After Midnight. This is a podcast where we talk about life and its many pursuits of sustainable happiness. I'm your host, Madame Donut. Now, I've warned you before, this podcast can make you hungry or horny or at least just laugh out loud because I think I am funny. And usually my guests are, just like tonight. Tonight's guest is a lot of fun. We've collaborated on a few silly, little videos, and we did like a puppet collaboration at some point and some silly Filipino videos. She's a multi-talent singer, actress, just talented Maui Child Star. She is, oh my God, what is she? She's a radio DJ. She's a photographer, a videographer, a mistress of ceremonies. I'm sure I missed a few things, and she's here to tell us all about it tonight. And so please welcome Kyra Karren. Yay! Yeah, hell yeah! Go girl, go girl!
Just like nerve-wracking.
With a little pre-game, of course, that happens. I was hoping you're more drunk than I am.
Oh,
apparently.
bro. I am low tolerance. Like one sip, I'm done. Because usually I'm a natural high already, you know?
Yeah, I know.
God.
You don't really need this. But, I just felt like, you said you weren't driving.
I'm not driving.
Some crazy guy drove you here.
Yeah,
tonight.
very crazy guy.
So I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, you can drink.
Yeah, one sip, guys.
Yeah, and the kids are sleeping, right? The kids are sleeping. So
No,
they're not watching
they're
this.
not sleeping, but they're not watching this.
Okay, this is an adult podcast, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I can cuss here.
Rated triple R. Triple X, you guys.
Hello.
Where do I
There you are.
There.
This is your camera.
This is my camera.
Yes, look at you. Oh, and you're modeling.
I'm modeling.
My little top
Look
right.
at how cute.
Donut Dynamite.
This is a small.
Yeah.
And it fits really good.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
She's like, how much are these? Like, girl, it's free. And then she's like, oh, that's so nice. I was like, no, you're going to model for me. It's
so it's not free, you guys.
It's
when
not
you model, it takes like 10 poses. That's $10.
So anyways, Kyra, tell us all about you, because it's so funny, because I think that like you were this mainstay in the local entertainment industry forever and ever. You were basically a Maui Child Star.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I was 9. I was scouted, and then I was like a singer. Yeah. And so at that time, when you're like 9, your voice is like, you don't care. You sing, your voice is high. I had lungs, and I just toured with this band. It was Orient Express, Sudden Wave, Asian Blend, like, I don't know if you know those bands, but they were around for a while.
Here on Maui.
Yes. Yeah. And then, I don't know, like people just hired us because I was the only little kid in a band full of like 30 and 40-year-old, Filipino men and women.
Yeah.
So, I just got hired, and then it kind of rolled over. Then I started singing, and then I started doing backup vocals for rappers in Maui.
Oh my God.
I love hip hop.
Yeah.
I love hip hop.
Oh my God. Look at your style. You still got that
I love hip hop. So just with that, so I worked the community, and then I got like into radio, and then that just kind of snowballed for me.
Because you've been DJing for a while now.
I was about 18. And
oh my
then
God,
I was on 103.7, and then I left to the Big Apple. I went to New Jersey and New York, and I tried.
Wow. Yeah,
I tried it, and I failed.
Wait, well, you can't really say that necessarily.
There it's competition. That's why.
Yeah, it's different.
Super competition.
Oh, that's so funny that you said that. What year were you there?
1999, and then I stayed and then left and then went back because I loved it so much.
I think I was just there before you.
Really?
Okay, this is so funny. I don't know if I told you this. Mm-hmm. It's I digress a lot, by the way. But I don't know if I told you this, but I worked on a cruise ship.
Which one?
Oh my God, it's called MS Westerdam. But I was hired from the Philippines. With a Filipino band, and it's like you do cover songs and all that. Yeah, so I did this. Oh my God, so I jumped ship. So I came to the country. Can I say this? Well, I can say this now.
Yeah.
I kind of came here, I guess, in a way illegally. I mean, I had a visa, but basically a crewman's visa. So I came into the country legally. It's just that I extended my stay beyond what the visa.
Yeah, and you never got caught, so too bad.
Right. So it's funny because I mean, now of course I'm an American citizen, but But at the time, I basically escaped to New York. Because that's where you could get lost, right?
Right.
Like people won't really recognize you. So I was dating this guy who lived in Colorado. Oh my God! This whole time we're like getting epileptic seizures. I meant to turn it back on.
Oh, you know, that's okay. I was vibing to that.
Oh my God, that's hilarious! I totally forgot.
That's
God,
okay.
what was that? Somebody's arm just like showed up.
Who the fuck? This weirdo.
Oh my God, that's craziness.
That's my Uber, you guys.
Yes, that's our Uber. It's staying here, taking really cute pictures of us. So make sure we're still posing.
Suck it in.
Suck it in. Tits out.
I don't have that.
Actually, today I posted this very, I would say, probably controversial. I mean, nobody said anything, but I do this all the time. Ever since I've gotten my tattoo, I don't really feel naked anymore.
Yeah, it's like
a bodysuit.
Yeah, it's like painting. On you.
So I don't I have no qualms about like running around naked in the woods, or I feel so good. So if anybody like caught me, it would just be like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what did you see? Nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I posted this thing today, and I was like, holy shit, am I like pushing this? I mean, so far nobody's like reported me or complained, but I'm just like, as long as I don't show nips, I'm like, I just think it's funny because it looks like a one suit, bathing suit. Anyways, back to where I digress from. So I worked on the cruise ship, and then we ran away from Colorado to New York. So we drove from Colorado to New York because in New York, like, I could blend in.
How long was that of a drive?
Well, we took our time. I mean, you know, we were like,
and stuff.
Yeah, we were like having sex in every state. So we definitely took our time. So we made sure that we had sex in every state. And one time we passed, I don't know if it was Indiana or I don't know which state it was, between Michigan and Indiana. I'm not really sure. I don't recall. I was like fresh off the boat, like literally fresh off the freaking big cruise ship boat.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck the difference was between Michigan and Indiana. All he said to me was like, oh, we crossed the state line and we didn't have sex in the last state. So we literally
went back.
Just like passed it down like freaking border to have sex, and then we went back.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not complete.
You're right. We never did do that drive again, so we had to sneak that in on that damn trip, right? So anyways, we moved to New York, and again, back to where I digress from, is that when I was there, because I didn't have my official work visa yet, I looked for Filipino community because I know that every Filipino community will have like karaoke bars.
Oh my gosh!
Right. So I was in New York, New Jersey area when I started doing that. I was just hosting karaoke bars.
What?
Yeah, and or doing karaoke competitions just to make a buck.
Well, 50 bucks, that's so genius.
Or whatever. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So like, where were you in New Jersey? Because I'm just like,
oh my gosh, I was like towards Monmouth County. Perth Amboy is where it started. I started in the hood, like literally. Have you been at Perth Amboy? It's like,
well, no. I was like, I'm actually almost embarrassed. It's very white. It was on what the hell, Tenafly, New Jersey.
Oh my gosh,
it was very, very white. Okay. I was like I stood out. I was like, God damn it! I drove all the way from Colorado, and there's like no other brown person here. So, we would take the bus and go to New York trying to find a place to stay, which we found like a little dinky little apartment, it was like a 1-bedroom, but it's silly.
Expensive.
Well, this is the thing. This is the craziest thing. It was $750 a month at the time, and I was just like, we didn't realize how good a deal this was.
Yeah.
And we let it go because we broke up. Stupid! One of you fucking keep it, right? If you break up, like, you fucking toss a coin or something, but somebody better keep that apartment.
Oh my God!
But nobody did. We were so stupid and young and whatever, emotional and...
Oh my God!
Like, fuck that. I'm practical now. I know better.
I miss being young.
I know better. I fucking keep the apartment.
Did you like it there?
I love New York.
Me too.
It's like, I think actually we have that very similar energy. You know what I mean?
We do.
That we thrive in that kind of place, you know. And it's interesting because you obviously love Maui so much and I love Maui so much, but we have this like different side of us too that has that like, that's why I think that's why we keep doing things here.
Yeah, I feel crazy because it's like I go to sleep with a concept. I wake up with a concept. I'm like, leave me alone. I just want to be a mom right now.
I know.
And
see, that's
you
the thing.
can't.
I know. It's something.
Do you have that?
Oh, fuck yeah. It's actually annoying because I want to be productive in other aspects because I feel like I don't do very well on the business end of the business, right? So I want to spend more time on that, but I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So then I spend most of my brain, like, energy on thinking of, like, oh, what is the new concept? Like you're saying, like, I think you probably know this, I started a nonprofit and it switched around so much depending on the time and what was going on. Really? And now I have another big switch that I'm like super excited about, but it never ends. Like the inspiration never really ends.
There's just this fire and it won't burn out. And even if I went virtual with my kids, you know, and it died down a little bit.
I keep drinking, by the way.
Brah. Can you hear already how?
I know, it's funnier. I mean, I have a driver, and I just have to crawl back home, so I'm not even
My
worried.
friends know that I cannot handle liquor. They know that. So they're probably like, oh
my God, she's in trouble.
Yeah, my knees get numb right now. My knees are numb.
Okay, speaking of knees, you're also a fitness freaking instructor.
Yeah.
You really just, I mean, I'm sorry we're jumping all over the place, but that's who you are too. Like, you have a lot of things going on.
Yeah, so I got my certification in the East Coast because when I was in the East Coast, I was bouncing around. I'm like, I need to do everything. Might as well now. And everything was just working, you know, the way it was going. So I just went with the flow.
Yeah.
So I've been a fitness instructor since I was 19.
Holy shit, girl. Yeah.
And then I worked at hotels and stuff. I did group classes and, you know, I did a boot camp for free for the community. Yeah. They paid me donations. But
where was this?
Lahaina Car Wash. Because we were running the place at the time. So I'm like, everybody come. There were so many women. Yeah. They were so empowered. Yeah. And that was like the biggest thing for me because I was like helping a community. Yeah. These women were coming for like free, basically. Yeah. And they were just like a support group and they're just like loving each other and, you know.
Yeah. And when was this?
Dude, when was this? Mr. over there.
Yeah, we have a
2015.
Yeah, we hear a voice. It's God.
God?
That's right.
Hello, God?
2015.
A handsome God.
A handsome God. A handsome God. We have a chaperone tonight. It's actually really fun. I feel very, very protected, especially because I know that he does martial arts.
Yes,
so if any crazy guy tries to like knock on the door, you know, we got like we don't even know we have a bodyguard. Fuck yeah. But anyway, so so you've been a fitness instructor. Yeah. I mean, like holy shit.
Yeah. So I still do it like volunteer. Yeah. Yeah.
Just this. See, that's the thing too. Is like I feel like. And I was mentioning this before, how you've been in the industry for so long, but it's also so focused on the local community, which is, I think, lovely. How were you like able to sustain that? Because I just feel like sometimes, you know, when you're, especially because I know like you have a lot of energy, and I feel like you're almost like contained, and you've moved to the East Coast, and you know that has a different kind of grind that has become like, you know, it's in your system. Like, like how did you decide to just stay in there and actually thrive in there instead of like, you know, going elsewhere?
I think because I was born and raised here, I think that's just like in me already. Yeah. So they helped me growing up, so I'm like, gotta give back. That's just how I am. Yeah. I gotta give back. You know, I feel like they support me so much, and it's the respect level too. That respect, I'm like, I can't outgrow respect. It's like my dad like forced that in me, my mom, and it's just like in me, no matter what. So I try whenever I do business, I'm like, no, this is, let's keep it separate. Yeah. Am I helping you or is this a business thing? But it's usually community. I always like, I can't do it. I don't know, you know?
Well, like you said, it's your roots. You're, like just basically not forgetting where you came from.
Right.
And I feel like there's a danger of kind of losing our ties, you know, to our ancestry, or or you know, like just history and culture, like just in general the world. Yeah, you know, and there's few people that are like sticking.
Who keep that? Who keep that? Yeah, they're the light. I feel like they're the light. Yeah, and I try to be that, but I don't want that. I don't want that pressure at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah, that pressure. So I'm just like, you know, I just do that. I don't have anything behind it. I'm just like community, family. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, nothing else.
Yeah. And as long as it's like making you feel fulfilled in your job, right? Because that's the thing too. I always feel that, you know, it's not selfish to think about what fulfills you. So you have to have an outlet, because I think that's one of the way to sustain your passion for something is that you're still enjoying it.
Yes, you gotta love it. You gotta be passionate about it.
Yeah. So how do you feel like you've sustained your passion with what you're doing? You've been doing this for a long time.
I think because I'm so happy where I'm at. I've always been happy kid, you know what I mean? No matter what. But I don't know. I'm just like content with myself.
Yeah.
That's very important to be happy with yourself. And then you can do for others.
Yeah.
So I think when I went to the East Coast, I really soul searched. That was a soul searching thing for me. And I made it. I made it out alive. And I was like, holy crap.
It can fucking eat
crazy
you.
up there. It's crazy. And so I came back stronger with my roots and with that. And I was like, no, nobody can beat me down anymore.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm going to care for people.
Yeah.
And it's more spiritual than like, you know, that mental thing. I always try to, I'm not going to get into it, but that mental and spiritual thing, I'm spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my spiritual is like solid.
And that's your, you know, stronghold. You know what I mean? Because, I don't really care how people define it. If you have whatever it is, like confidence in something and faith, whether it be faith or that like just strong like certainty that you can do something, which I love. One of the things that we were communicating all day today, and one of the things that you said is that one of your goals is to teach your kids to make something out of nothing and just go for it. Yeah. And I fucking love that because I think that there's it's so easy or much easier to make something amazing when you have all the tools and the resources and all the opportunities. Right. But if you don't, like, what can you make out of what you got going?
What do you got? Like, come on, bring it to the table. So I try to do that and create all the time. And like, I know they have their different minds, and then the generation now, it's crazy. Yeah. But I try to keep it old school and try to keep it how I was taught. Yes. Then maybe that won't be lost.
Yeah, and I think there's a certain discipline in another era, you know?
Yes.
I feel like I'm dating myself when I say that. But, you know what I mean? Like, oh, am I like showing my age? Like, I'm like saying, these young ones.
But you look so young. I cannot.
But it is also, I mean, it's just different. I'm not saying it's better or worse. Like, even me doing this podcast now, I say this all the time because I feel like, okay, it's really kind of sexy, but I was just kind of laughing to myself today because I really am just having fun.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
You're so vibrant. And we love you because you're just so free. Thank you. I wish I could be free like that, you know, but we had different upbringings, but we always
Well, actually, it's so funny that you said that because my upbringing is very strict, very Catholic, very like cover yourself or you're laughing too loud or whatever. Right. And actually, to be honest with you, this is fairly recent.
Really?
Like, this is fairly recent that I am more comfortable. I have a friend who's Kyle. I don't know if you know him. He's a photographer. And
Kyle, wait a minute.
Yeah, Kyle Sefan. He takes a lot of booty pictures, I say. He's a booty whisperer. He takes a lot of...
Did he get your booty?
Well, yeah, because I tell him, like, make sure my booty looks good. Just whisper to it. And so he whispers to it, and it starts looking better. Oh, I swear to God, he just gives this little adjustment or whatever. It's like, holy fuck, I didn't know I looked that good. I don't. It's just like a certain angle in the lighting. He's amazing. He's magic.
Wow.
I'm not taking the credit. It's my booty, but he does the magic. But anyways, it's so funny because when I first met him, I was very self-conscious about being photographed.
Really?
Yeah, this was just like within the last, 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I remember one of the first times, maybe the first time he took photographs of me, I even told him, like, don't look at me. And he's like,
he's like blind.
Yeah, he's like, well, I am taking a picture of you. I have to look at you. I was like, and I had to look at his wife and like start talking to her so that I didn't remember, I'm not conscious that he's taking pictures of me. And now what do? I run around naked in his garage. I'm like, like, hey, I have new hair color. I need pictures. And of course I have new tattoos, so I'm going to be naked. And he's like, yeah. And I mean, and his wife even like fixes my hair because it's like, I mean, it's like, it's so like, she's like, you've come a long way. Wow. And it's a really interesting discovery that I actually like
opened up like that.
Yeah, because I used to have hang-ups with my body. And really? I don't know if it's the tattoo.
Yeah.
And also like getting to an age where like you feel like, you know what, I fucking look good.
Yeah, okay? You look amazing. They did photography session before and she was in the trees. And then that guy was coming. Remember?
Oh my God, it was so hilarious.
Get away. Get away. And you're like, oh, no, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's not.
Guys, it's like, this guy's like, oh, you're doing a photo shoot. And you're just like,
get away. Now, you know why? Because I was born with 5 brothers.
Oh, yeah. And
so I was they were like, get over there. Don't show your body. Like, I had like 6 dads. I'm like, so
my brother was actually like that when I was younger.
Really?
But now, like, I don't have to listen to him anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't really care now. And also, like I said, it was just like it came as I matured.
Right.
Because all your hang-ups when you get older, you just feel like, fuck that. Like, this is a normal thing, being naked. Like, my question is, did I take my clothes off or did I put my clothes on?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
so reverse thinking.
Yeah. So I just think that, quite honestly, if I'm at home, I'm most comfortable when I'm naked. So is that real me or me not just acting? Because I'm like, there's nobody around, and I'm like, well, that's me. I just really like being naked.
Yeah. It's like your comfort zone.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I mean, as long as I hide the nipples.
Hey, if I live with my mom and my kids.
Oh my God. No,
but I would be walking naked. Seriously.
Right.
It's hot. What the heck?
It's hot, really. And seriously, I fucking hate doing laundry. It's been like I don't want to say it's my kryptonite, but it's something that's just like, holy fuck, I could work all day, all night, but to do laundry and check mail, by the way, it's like something that I cannot freaking do.
Really?
So oh my God, I can't even tell you. I have a friend who helps me out on Saturdays, helps me box up donuts and stuff. And one of the little chores that I kind of sneak in, and she's going to see this, she's like, fuck me, yeah,
no wonder.
She's using me. Like, I'll be like sneaking, like, hey, here's a key to my mailbox. Do you mind like checking it? And like she would go through my mail. Like, which one do I need to pay? Like, whatever. Like, I have bills.
That's cool,
man. Because I fucking hate checking mail.
That's so funny.
So yeah, doing laundry and checking mail. Like, if those are 2 things that you love to do and you're hot and you can cook. If you can cook really amazing food, apply to www.
Yeah, come on, we're looking for a cooking daddy.
Yeah.
That likes to check mail.
I'm my own sugar mama, so it's like you could just be the cooking daddy with the checking mail.
That's easy, guys. Come on.
I'm not asking for too much in like a perfect man, right? I mean, come on.
Oh my God.
Come on.
I told you to come to the jiu-jitsu classes.
Oh yeah, are there some of those guys that check mail?
They will. For anything for you.
They better fucking check mail, man, and make me really good food. I don't get starstruck, I get food struck. If like you make really beautiful food, oh my God, I'm sweating just thinking about it. Oh, I think because we turned off the air conditioner because it's loud. But anyways, so do you know of any karaoke bars here that are very focused on like a Filipino community? Because like I said, when I went to the East Coast, that's what I looked for.
Yeah.
And here, I feel like they're everywhere, like karaoke bars, but I feel like they're mostly Korean bars.
Mm-hmm.
And and then there's like a, holiday kind stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the Filipino, like karaoke bars, because we're just a bunch of hams, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I just want a bunch of fucking Filipino hams who just go up there, sing on a fucking stage with no cares in the world. We just want to get away from our fucking howling neighbors complaining we're wailing on a Sunday morning singing karaoke. Like, what the fuck? Like, we need that bar. Where's that?
You know what? At a house. At somebody's house. I never went to a Philippine. It is Korean. The last one I went to, Mama's son, what was it? Karaoke Cool. Showdown.
What?
Karaoke Cool over there. Because after the pandemic, I think, you know what I mean? But I went there all the time.
Yeah.
The sound was the best. Cute. You know these other ones? Rays. You know what Rays is? It used to be by Watercress.
Oh, yes.
Over there. Yeah. And I don't know where else. My friends go all the time, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like other than home, but that's the thing, like, I mean, we're in Wailuku, so if you're a white person living here and you hear that early fucking morning, that's your fucking fault. You moved here. This is just what we do. You know what I mean? It's like, exactly, right? I mean, you're a holiday, you're just like fucking, you're married into this fucking
He's
culture.
He's Filipino already.
Like shit, really you probably fucking turn on the karaoke machine first thing in the morning without asking the like real Filipino peeps.
Yeah, he grabs the microphone and he's the one. And he's got the Sentore. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I just thought about that. Like, so I do like a little karaoke after the show. So before
God.
you leave, we have to do.
My god.
We're gonna record it, and we're just like, it's gonna be fucking funny.
I'm gonna harmonize you because I seen your Blue Bayou, and hell, I'm an alto. I like singing man.
You like singing alto? Oh, I mean, we can do some kind of other duet.
Yeah, totally. I'd do
Fuck
a
yeah. Oh fuck, I'm so excited. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. I cannot wait. Since we can't freaking find a Filipino karaoke bar, we're making it. That's why I do it.
That's why.
And it's so funny because I don't fucking care what they think. I'm just doing it for my own freaking happiness.
But you can sing.
Oh, thank you. But then you do too because
we're Filipino.
We're Filipino. That really is the answer. It's really ridiculous because I cannot even tell you. Like, I can't even say it's for any reason other than that.
Yeah, but you're natural. You're all natural.
I'm just like, no, I have the attitude. Like, I don't care. Even if I don't know anything about music.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just fucking do it. I'll do what I know.
Yeah. I bet you could learn it. Just like by going on YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube University. I mean, that's when I started coloring my own hair. I went to YouTube University.
Wait, you did that by yourself?
Well, no, now I'm fancy. I actually go to somebody now because I make it.
That's so nice.
No, it's called a tax write-off now. So I take pictures of myself. I've convinced. Yeah.
Wow, you can do that?
Well, because I basically have, like, I'm doing this now where I am my own mascot.
Wow.
See, that's what it is.
See, you're smart. See, you guys.
If you make your own, you start a business and make yourself a mascot. Like, you make your life be a fucking story.
Wow.
And it's just like, this morning I was just like, I feel good today. It's one of those mornings. I feel like a Kardashian. Like, I look good today. I'm gonna shake my booty. I can't shake that well, but hey, but you do it. I mean, you're a dancer.
Not really. I would battle dance when I was like in school. All my brothers break dance.
Wow.
They did when they were younger, but my husband is the break dancer.
Huh.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
He was on High School Musical.
Fuck yeah. And oh my god, he's got
put him on the spot. Yeah,
he's got the moves. Okay, that's why he's welcome to the Filipino community because it's either you can sing karaoke or you have the rhythm. If you don't, like, we're gonna disown you.
Yeah, no.
That's really what it is.
Able to dance.
So,
but regular dancing.
Yeah,
he would not regular dance. He just like, what the heck is that? Yeah. But break dance, spin on his head.
And do like stunts basically. I think that's what it is. It's like you're more like stunt dancer. Yes. Because like you're a martial artist, so that's more natural versus fucking partner dance. I don't fucking care about like leading you and doing tango.
Bro,
fuck that shit.
You gotta. Jeez, what kind is that? You have to.
Partner dance. I'm actually was thinking about that, like how much I want to learn how to partner dance eventually.
There's like all that stuff.
My last guest. No, not the last week, but 2 weeks ago, there were a couple of dancers and teachers and been bugging me about taking a class because they started a dance studio.
In Lahaina? Is that
no, they're actually here in Waikapu Dance Works. Where that, it was like a pasta shop before in Waikapu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now they're teaching dance lessons and I want to do it eventually, but it's like partner dance. Just like, first of all, I'm a control freak. If a guy tells me to go left, I'm gonna go right. So I don't know about like fucking partner dancing.
Yeah.
Like I'll shake my booty on my own. I do a shaky, but like, you know, especially if it's naked, I do the shaky. But if it's like a partner dance, like fuck that noise. It's like, stop fucking leading you. I was like, I'm gonna fight you. I'm a rebel.
Yeah, you are a rebel.
I'm happy to do that because like I think you're a rebel yourself, and yet like. There's something I can feel that rebelliousness, and yet you're also like wholesome enough.
Yes.
That I think that you found your control on that because I feel like you're a wild child, like I was.
I am. Yeah. I was. I am.
I don't think I grew up yet.
I don't want to grow up. I really don't want to grow up.
Like I don't believe in growing up.
No, I think kids definitely. And then finding the right person
I think
tames you a little because, you know, I'm very independent and I'm very I like control of my life. Not other people's life, but my life. Because I know me.
I freaking say that all the time. Yeah. Like, I don't care what you do. In fact, just do your thing. I don't want to tell you what to do.
Right.
Just don't tell me what to do either. Right. Because that's just mutual respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's you. Are you able to keep that with your hubby? He's here, so we better say nice things.
Yes. I don't know. I let him go whatever he wants to do. I support him in anything he wants to do. Yes.
Yeah. How long have you been married?
I forget.
You've been a
11 years?
That's how good it's been.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Oh my god. I actually was just thinking that the other day. Like, I feel like when I'm sex crazed, I can't think straight. So, and then I always look at other couples, and when they're together, I'm like, I wonder if they're having like great sex. And so, if you can't remember, you must be having great sex.
Amazing.
Because
We're on the ceiling.
Because, like I said, I always say this is like an adult show. Please, like, make sure that the kids are not watching.
Yeah.
Just in case you see your mama getting drunk and like, talking about you. Because this is the thing. Like, I think that most kids don't want to think that their parents have sex. So we don't want your kids thinking that you actually have sex.
Actually, I mean, we don't tell them that. They're like,
where do babies come from, Mom, Dad?
what do you think? But we kiss in front of them, and they're like, ew. So we're like, why? When you have a girlfriend and boy, we're very open like that.
Yes.
But then we're like, we don't want to know everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I also feel like the Filipino community can be very like super old fashioned about it.
Yeah, and I'm not old fashioned with that. I don't want to know. Yeah. I really don't want to know. You know, that's their privacy, whatever. If they need help with anything, fine.
Yeah.
But oh man, that's just
yeah. I mean, God, I was just saying. I say this all the time because I'm so excited that my mom has become more open minded as well, and she just thinks I'm having fun. Yeah. And I mean, she knows me, so it's not like she's worried about like, oh my God, like some people are like, what has she turned into?
Yeah.
It's like, I thought she just makes donuts. Like, what the hell? Like, I actually had somebody like make a comment like, what does this have to do with donuts? And I'm like, fucking everything. Are you kidding me? Like, I make them hungry or horny. Like, that's what donuts do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's like fucking the best. I don't know anything about marketing, but I think those two things are great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's sold.
Yeah, sold.
Yeah,
like,
that's genius right there. That's what sells in marketing is sex.
Sex and donuts.
Yeah, see? Smart. Genius. Now you guys learn a thing or two.
Yes. That will be like my book. That's all you're gonna learn, but you're gonna buy it because it's sex and donuts. Like, what's
so
funny.
funny.
Oh my God, I like that. Sex and donuts.
Now you gotta write a book.
Yeah, called Sex and Donuts. Holy shit, I love it. I'm a fucking genius. I never knew that. Okay, so anyways, you've taken some photographs of me. When did you start doing photography?
Oh
like,
my
again,
gosh.
You do so many things.
I think being in the industry of entertainment, because I was 9, I would see everything that involves a party.
Yeah.
So I'm like, try that. It's just like, when you're a kid, you just absorb. And being young and in there. So I'm like, when I went to high school, that was my favorate class. We had photography and videography, and I would play hooky the whole my whole class. Except that. My teacher would let me be in there. You know that? So I'm just like, oh wow, benefits. I was consumed by that class. So, so I started doing that when I was probably, I think I was 16, 17.
This was still in high school.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing. Like, I mean, there's standardized education, obviously, but I think people like us who find that we thrive better in these creative endeavors, and hopefully your teacher sees that. And
well, the main
to have that support.
All his students were very successful. Yeah, and I'm just like, I would take it back to him because I would go after school. Like, I had a program that I did with kids, after East Coast. I came back and I said, you know what? All your students are so successful. One was in New York. One just, did a movie. I forgot that. What is it? Shang-Li or whatever? What is that?
Oh, fucking,
you know which one. Yeah. But the guy was from Maui High.
Oh, wow.
His class. So I would always say, and he was like, oh, cool. Like,
what's his name?
Mr. Gima. Mr. Gima.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know him?
Well, I don't know him that well, but I think I am quite sure he's the one I reached out to because, I actually feel kind of embarrassed that I don't know. I think Austin. Austin is this young gentleman. God, he did a documentary on Donut Dynamite and entered it in a competition, an international film competition, and he won.
That must have been through his class.
And I'm quite sure it's through that class because I reached out because at some point I still want to go back and collaborate with them because there's all these one of the projects that I'm doing for the Madam's Larder is is we're gonna start a garden, a home garden, and teach people like literally from zero, like freaking flatten out this land, start a garden.
Wow.
Grow the seed to, basically the concept is seed to feed. So I want to show how we start the garden until we harvest.
Awesome. Yeah.
So we show the growth.
Yeah.
And then when we harvest, and then we cook it.
That's amazing.
And so I want to show like the life of that. And I'm collaborating with do you know Vernon Patao? He's an Olympic weightlifter.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Patao is a very Filipino last
prominent name here in Maui. But he's very kind enough to let me use part of his lot. He bought land.
Wow.
And just the way it's shaped, he's gonna build his house, like his retirement home, he's saying, up on top. And then there's got a little area where it's a little bit of a gully, and then it flattens out. So I'll be able to grow food. And so I want basically to build an educational garden.
That's so amazing. You always do that kind of stuff. Community-based as well.
Right. And I think, that's how I think. I was going to go back there. Like, how were you able to sustain your career in the Filipino community or the local community in general? And I think that's usually the key.
Yeah.
Is that if you're giving back to the community, the more they support you, right?
Right.
Like, just like you said, you went to New York and then came back.
Yeah.
And then this is the community that you want to serve, whether it be to entertain them, to do your work as a photographer, videographer, working with the local small businesses, and in particular that community. And that's the thing, is that you're representing that.
Yeah.
And I think Maui, as I always say, Maui has many microclimates, but it also has many micro communities.
Yes.
And I think that you're representing that, like, super solid and Filipino community that's been around for so long in the history of Maui.
Long.
And it's so important to give your homage to that, no matter how far you've gone. Like, you went to the East Coast and you came back, and you know what, this is home. Yeah. Right?
It's crazy, because I've always was taught to represent your culture, And oh my gosh, my dad drilled that in my brain. My mom drilled that. Rep. Don't make shame on the island, And I'm like, oh, why did you guys put that in my brain? Because that's now I care about that. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But
But when you're a kid, you don't know necessarily what the value of that is.
Right.
But I think now, especially after COVID, when we experience this, like, we have to shut down from the rest of the world, just like everybody else did to us. That's just the nature of it. It kind of reminds you how, we're really separate from the rest of the world. And if you don't know your roots, or if you cannot, if you don't have that connection to your own land, it's, first of all, your life, I don't think will be as fulfilling, but also you wouldn't be happy.
No, you wouldn't.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like when you have that connection with that's home.
Yeah, that is home. That's your heart.
No matter what's going on outside of the world, all the crazy things, there's always something crazy, wars, fucking all kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
If you're home, no matter how difficult it is, there's a certain kind of like foundation. You're rooted.
Yes.
And that's what you got. And I really love watching that and getting to know you and seeing that, because I am Filipino, but I moved here as an adult, so I didn't have that same, like, I'm not as grounded in the Filipino community here.
Right.
And, I've reached out and I do some, but I feel like my Ilocano isn't that good anymore. I don't speak it as well. And sometimes, like, you're still kind of almost like a foreigner when you just moved here. So they're always kind of trying to, like, size you up.
I know it sucks. I'm just like, bro, we're Filipino.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Come hug me.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you for hugging me. And welcoming me, because I've guested on your show. And then, like I said, we did these funny collabs with the Maroon guy.
You have to.
The photography.
And it's so funny because the Filipino community, they warm up to that. They want to see that.
Yeah.
Because you keep in the culture alive.
Yeah.
So, and
I really, it's as much as I moved here as an adult, one of the reasons why I moved here is I wanted to be closer to what home was to me growing up, like the weather, the climate, and the people, and the food. Like, it's so funny because I went to most of my family lives in Canada. So my mom and my sister, and I was so proud to just tell them like, oh, I just got avocados and mangoes, and like somebody just gave me some, and my mom's like, oh my god, those are so expensive here in Canada, right?
Right.
And I'm just like so proud that like people just give me some, and she's like, so why did I give you fruit? Like, they're expensive. Like, do they feel bad for you? Like, they're sorry for me because I'm poor. And I'm just like, no, it's just a Maui thing.
Yeah.
Maui people in general are so generous.
They are.
Like, it's such a, like, again, like the very community oriented, like, I'll share you what I got in my backyard.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
that's just a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I was like laughing, like, Mom, they don't feel bad for me. They don't feel sorry for me, but like, it's more like they're just sharing.
They help. And, you know, that's the thing that I loved about the East Coast. Going back to the East Coast, like, I found me a tribe in the East Coast that kind of connected with that. Yeah. Because they're cruel.
Yes.
They're cruel on the East Coast, but when you find that soft spot, they will help you. So, like, I have my bestest friends there.
Yeah.
And
still,
friends. One of them is Filipino, but she has this Jersey accent. It's so weird. It's so weird. I'm like, but I love her. And they eat, all the peanut butter, the adobo. And it's just weird to see a straight up Filipino on the East Coast with that accent, though.
Yeah.
But,
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, you're not Jewish. Like, how do you sound like that?
There's a lot of Jewish people.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, when Filipinos sounding like you're Jewish, like, okay, first of all, it doesn't make any sense to me. Because I know you all eat pork and shrimp at the same time in a freaking same plate. I know that.
You know what? I just found out Mana Foods isn't a vegetarian, but they serve adobo.
What?
There. Yes. Adobo.
I did not know that.
Yes, because I have a friend who was like a chef there, and they said they make adobo, man, Sundays. I'm like,
good. Sundays.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm like,
only on
Sundays.
Sundays.
We should go visit.
Yeah.
We do a
taste. Oh, fuck
test.
yeah. We're going to do a taste. So you better fucking do it right. Because I'm going to get mad if they put adobo on their menu. It's not good. Like, fuck this shit. Like, if you're going to represent adobo, don't, like, embarrass me. Don't shame adobo. Like, you better represent correctly. Like, I would feel strongly about that. I'm going to check it out and I will report back to you. So you've been doing a lot of events throughout your freaking, long time career.
Yeah.
Tell me about any of your favorite or memorable moments in the industry, like being an entertainer and literally, like, just been in the industry in Maui. Like, wow.
Oh my gosh, I had so many. I think the kids always give me those magical, like, moments, you know, in photography and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like the kids. I play a Filipino game in the parties. To see if they still have the Ilocano culture in the generation.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I do that at the parties. I have 8 kids, and like I did a graduation party, and they all knew. I was like, there is hope. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what do you think? Like, is that just a new thing? Like, do you feel like a new generation of like the young ones are starting to like want to get back to their roots? Because I feel like there's a generation of us, like our generation, like our years, where I feel like prior to us, our parents didn't want us to be too Filipino.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, mine is like, oh, you better not lose your.
That's so good. That's the thing is like I meet so many Filipinos.
Yeah.
Who, like my family included, where I felt like my nephew does not speak any Filipino, but he was born in the Philippines because his mom wants him to be, I guess, enculturate more in being American and not
I can understand
be seen as an immigrant.
Right.
You know, and so, like, I don't know. I think maybe part of it is, like, you're on Maui, so there's a bit more local pride on Maui, the way mainlanders don't have. Like, mainlander Filipinos don't have that same, like, I'm from Hawaii or I'm from the island. But
I think, my family is very old school. If they see me on Facebook, they will, like, and I do something Americanized, like, they will be like, hey, your mommy's not gonna like that. You better be, what the heck? Like, you know, you guys don't know it's marketing. It's part of marketing too, you know?
Yeah.
But they will, like, call me out on Facebook and say, take that out now. Like,
okay. Because, like I said, I think your talents can go mainstream if you wanted to, but it's that connection that, like, your family wants to preserve.
Yeah, but again, like, I'll go to the parties and I'll make, like, jokes about it and then, like, keep it fun. You know, you cannot just be, like, serious all the time.
I think you can do it now. These days, Probably a generation or two before.
Yeah.
Not so much. But now, like, I mean, Jokoy or like a lot more Filipino comedians or Filipino entertainers can really own their like culture, their upbringing or their ethnic background the way we couldn't before.
It's true. It opened up,
Now it's like it's okay to be ethnic. It's okay to have like roots outside of the country. It's okay. I mean, obviously, racism is gonna be shitty everywhere, anywhere, most anytime. But in general, I think we're finding our voice, whether they like it or not. That's really what it is.
Yeah. And when you get the strong people like that, that come on stage, boom.
And that's actually why I was asking for the karaoke motherfucking Filipino bars. Because, like I said, I will find my fellow hams.
Yes.
Like hams who just want to sing out loud. We don't freaking care who's watching.
At home. They're always at home. That's why the neighbors complain.
Yeah. Some girl lives here in Wailuku, and she was telling me, I was like, oh my God, my neighbor's like, hey. I said, don't talk about my people like that. This is just my God. Because she was just like, oh, it's so annoying. I could hear him like, doing the karaoke. It's like, bitch, you're moving here. You're moving to Wailuku. You're the one who fucking adjust your fucking eardrums. If that hurts you, like fucking, invest on something. I don't know, earmuffs or whatever it is that you wear in Canada when it's cold. Wear that here so you don't hear nothing. Okay, so as you know, I digress a lot as a host. And you've been emceeing and hosting for so long.
Yes.
Do you have any advice to me?
No, man. You know what? It's your personality and your energy is already a win-win. It's like, keep going because it's very infectious.
Oh, good.
You know what I mean? And like, I can't tone down. I really can't.
Yeah.
Everybody says you're loud. You have to be loud when you're MC. You have to be loud when you're doing something. Yeah, you have to, because if you're shy on stage or whatever you're doing it's like I just did I hosted like a golf tournament. And I had little like hecklers on the side.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm wrong girl to do that too.
How do you do with that?
I'm lucky I had brothers, but I would just make fun of them.
Yeah.
So and I got the mic, so I can make fun of them.
See, that's the thing, is like just taking control.
Right. You got it.
And I guess like just being real too. I don't know. I kind of go back and forth on that. Like, okay, am I like pushing the limits or whatever? I was like, well, I kind of like pushing the limits, but like, how far can you without like losing your control or also being productive? I do a really kind of like a sexy podcast. I like to talk about important things, right? Community and connections, and I like talking to talented people and inspiring people, because I think that's what the people needs to see, But I started that concept, and then I was kind of like going back and forth with it. Like, is this productive?
Why though? Why?
Well, but that's the thing. Like, okay, is this okay? And then recently, I saw Chelsea Handler when she had her talk show. Sometimes she would do like some silly videos, or she did this photo shoot when I think was pretending she was Putin, or she was like, she redid a photo of Putin. I think he was topless on a horse.
Oh my God.
So she took a picture of herself, or somebody took a picture of Chelsea Handler, and she's topless on a horse like Putin was.
Man.
But that's her comedy.
Right.
And I thought, oh my God, yes, I'm on the right track.
Right.
Like, I'm being real. I'm being like, this is actually, I'm having a lot of fun.
Right.
And it's just another artistic expression.
Yeah.
That I feel like, how can you do nudish, sexy-ish without being trashy?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that that's what hopefully I'm accomplishing, because I really don't want it to be like overtly sexual. I want it to be sexy for sure, but I also want it to be funny, and also just like a symbol of freedom. And I don't know if I can like really get that out there, and hopefully that's what I'm putting out there. But it's an interesting thing, like when you choose your path, and whether it be in the entertainment industry or just, your career, it's like you can go so many ways. And like with you, like I said, I see that you're a rebel, but there's something so wholesome about you at the same time, even if you do some crazy shit. I mean,
I keep it under wraps.
Yes. Well, the funny thing is, you do a lot of crazy shit, and it's like kind of pushing it with the humor, which is not typical of Filipinos. Because they're very like old fucking school, and it's like, oh my god, like what would your father like the you know, like some churchgoer would say. But I love that you push it, and yet you still, like I said, like keep that connection with the local community.
I guess when I'm out, it's my audience. On social media, it's different because you don't know who's watching,
Yeah.
But then you just play with it. You gotta trying and error, you know.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Because your content is so varied.
It is. I can't
actually have.
I can't help it.
Like seriously, I love your content. I love all the damn skits. The skits are so freaking funny.
Bro,
it's
with
like
my husband, that one or what?
Yeah, actually, those are like some of my favorites because, well, first of all, I think it's so representative of the interracial couple in Hawaii.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, it's like so fucking real.
Yes.
Like a Haole couple, like a Haole and a Filipino couple on Maui, and this is like your real fucking day to day. This is your relationship. It's fucking funny. It's its own comedy, and I really think like this, like the skits can go somewhere. Like this is so fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and see, I've had, you know, like me, I really am a private person. I kind of get picky with my, you know, audience and stuff but it's business. It's like oh man, there's so much people out there, and if you've been off the island, you know what kind of people are out there.
Yeah, it is quite a world.
Oh, man. I audition for like stuff in New Jersey, New York, and it's like, man, they're crazy. The competition is crazy.
Yeah.
So I just kind of find the middle, you know, stay myself, but at the same time, you know, for me, it's business, and where's the money flow, you know? Yeah. But I know, like with me, I do keep it like kind of classy still because I kind of I'm like such an advocate for the kids.
Yes,
I'm like,
and you
I'm
work.
A mom.
Yeah, you work a lot with kids.
I do. So.
I mean, with Wilson and friends. One of our collabs.
So I just gotta watch myself. But behind closed doors with my friend, I am F-bombs and then I let it loose. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it turns off. Yes. It just turns off.
And that's being professional and just knowing your audience, right? I mean, that's why, like I said, okay, Madame After Midnight is like literally like it's. And in fact, you can't even follow this page on my Instagram unless you're an adult. I kind of made it that way.
Good, yeah.
Just so I can at least like manage it, because I feel like I said, not last week, but 2 weeks ago, my guests were like burlesque dancers.
Cool.
And they're an amazing couple, and you're super talented. And they're mainstays in the burlesque scene here. However, the wife also teaches kids like dance and they teach salsa, and they teach like all sorts of like just performance dance, like in the theaters and stuff.
Yeah.
In the local theaters, and I love to see her layers, because that's what she was like saying. She loved doing community work for the kids,
right?
Helping out, or like, you know, introducing this art to kids, like theater and performance in general, like you did, you know. And in fact, it was so funny that day when she was here. She came here from, well, that her day, she started with like dance lessons for kids, and then kind of basically moved on to like pole dancing at night, you know, for adults, and like teaches salsa, and then she came to Madame After Midnight and guested here. And I just love how layered that day was, and how it's so important just to know your audience.
Yeah.
Dude, you've been doing this forever. It's just natural. You probably have this like on-off button you don't even know. It's just like automatic, like an auto.
I think when it gets so businessy and money is involved, you gotta be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I'm emceeing in a community party, I can do whatever because I know the community. When I'm at a hotel event, I'm like this, like commander, like, nope, I'm not moving. Yeah. You know, different culture. I'm just like,
and speaking their language.
Yeah.
You've been doing this business for a
long time.
You're fucking an icon in your own. I mean, it really is. It's like, you know, they know you. Everybody knows you. Oh. And, you know, I mean, you've been DJing. You've been in the public eye in the Filipino community here.
Yeah.
And it's huge. And, I mean, to sustain this career all this time.
Gotta thank my supporters.
Yeah, absolutely.
I probably have 10.
I swear. And you're counting your husband.
He's my biggest supporter. So is my kids. You know who does?
But you guys are great though. I mean, like, holy shit, you guys are so funny. Like, sometimes I wish I have that where like I could just play with my husband. Well, I'm not married now. But like, you know, have that like, hey, like a playful partnership with somebody and just like goof off.
Yeah.
And really feed off of each other's humor and get it.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have, honestly, because this life can drown you and you need a partner who's like, you know, makes you laugh.
Yeah.
You know?
You're saying that now, so what's the advice to find that guy?
Oh, man.
Honestly, back to single woman. I mean, I'm not really looking for a date, but
like you guys don't have to listen to me. I always say this, but you really gotta. If he's the right one, you really gotta just be unconditional here and give him. Yeah. No matter what, it's like you cannot think about you. Yeah. If you want it that bad.
You know what? It's so funny that you said that because on my last show I was I don't know why, but again when I digress it just goes wherever it wants to go, and I digressed last week per usual, and I talked about hosting a male slave party.
I saw this. I saw this, and I was like, I'm interested. I kept watching because I'm like, you know what? This is her. I'm gonna go video that.
I posted an ad in Craigslist. This was years ago.
Wait, what? You did?
I was like, wanted male slaves to my party. I said, serve us. Speak to us like we are your goddesses.
Did Did you do it?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it was the most amazing party I've ever put together. And anyways, why did I go there again? Because of the way they served us. I just wanted to throw a party without having to do anything. So I wanted somebody to cook and clean, serve us food, do the dishes, give us foot massages. One of them was even a musician, so he brought his guitar, so entertained us. And I mean, it was like the most amazing, successful freaking party I've ever thrown without having to do anything. I mean,
you guys are freaks, man. Guys like to be thrown around and humiliated. Come on.
No, but you know what? Somebody made a comment when I posted that it's like, isn't that what's being like a good partner is about, really? Which is kind of what you said. Like, when you're unconditional. Okay, like, don't call them slaves. Maybe that's like...
yeah, slaves in the bedroom.
Yeah!
But.
Oh my God, I almost said something almost really, really inappropriate, even for me. Like, holy shit, this is life.
Because your glass is gone. That's
I finished my drink.
I'm still nursing.
I almost said something really awful. I mean, I thought it was fun, but you know, it's probably not appropriate.
She'll tell me after hours.
Oh my God. But anyways, okay, oh my God, I digressed so far. Like, my brain I can't come back. But that's what I'm saying about, like, okay, if you really care about somebody, maybe like I said, not calling them slaves. But basically when you serve and serve each other, it's not about like, okay, who's boss,
right?
But if you unconditionally just like give each other what you can and like, hey, it makes me happy to do something for you. Yeah. I mean, this is my imaginary perfect relationship. So I don't fucking know. I mean, like, I am not married now, so like, what the fuck do I know? So don't listen to me. But I imagine that if you unconditionally like, hey, I know this makes you happy, or this makes you feel safe, or, supported, and I want to see that, so I will do what I can. And then the other person actually does the same.
It has to be mutual. It has to be. You just got to give up the crowns. Like, the ego needs to get... some days...
The ego is
terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I think that ruins so much.
It does. And when you get together, it was all pure in the heart. Where now, people now you have a crown and you're like, what the heck? Why are you battling what I said I like? Yeah. You know?
It doesn't really matter, because you know what? If you're trying to be, like, you're trying to win an argument to be the correct one, you already lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Again, don't fucking listen to me. I know nothing. I know nothing about relationships. Don't fucking listen to me. I just like to sound like I know what I'm saying. I'm lying. Don't listen to me.
I just feel like you can't mix the head up with the heart. I mean, like, jeez, man.
Come on.
The ego can be really strong.
Yeah. Ego, I think, is the culprit of emotional intelligence. Oh, fuck no, I gotta be right.
When I'm right, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, see, I always say I want to be right, so what I say is convince me, and I'll change my mind so that I'm right.
Right.
But see, you gotta convince me first. See, that's like part of my conditional thing, which is like, fuck, that's why you're motherfucking single.
It's the thing, the guys can't stop pursuing the woman no matter what. And they always have this persistence in the beginning, right? To win her over.
Yeah.
Can't stop that, guys. You guys can't
Yeah,
stop
you gotta freaking keep courting me and I'm gonna keep seducing you.
Exactly. That's the secret.
I think that's the mutual, like, I mean, it's true though. Like, okay, what feeds each other's passion,
right,
each other's fire, whether it be like supporting them in what they do,
right,
professionally or creatively.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Supporting.
It is.
Again.
And the girls always tend to give a lot in the beginning too,
Yeah.
and then they stop because then they're just like, what's up with the massages? No massages anymore?
Oh my god!
Is that
it just happened to me. I mean, no, it hasn't happened to me. I mean, yeah, it kind of happened.
What?
Well, I gave somebody a massage because I liked him.
And then you stop?
Well, no, I haven't.
Oh.
It's just yesterday. I mean, oh fuck! I'm eating my foot. My foot is in my mouth, like right now.
Wait, now I'm curious. Which one was he a guest here?
Okay, I'm ending this conversation. Anyways, we've been here for a while.
What time?
It's
what?
over an hour because it's always so much fun. Plus, we need to do our karaoke moment after this. So we have to end the show at some point. Plus, you gotta finish your drink so you can do karaoke with me.
Man,
we gotta slur our songs in some way so it looks like we're really partying heavy.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Although I'm gonna make another drink.
Oh man. Lucky I brought my Uber driver.
That's right. I was gonna say you're not driving, so what the fuck do we care? Like, holy shit! If he has to carry you, he's strong. He's a fucking martial artist. He's just gonna throw you. like he's fucking battling you, and you're like tapping out in your sleep. Like, what the fuck? He's very uncomfortable.
That was last night.
Yeah.
I was like,
it was like sexy time.
He said, oh yeah, see, I was snoring. He said, man, we were watching Teen Wolf. Remember Teen Wolf?
Oh my god, yes.
I love them.
Hey, we're hip hop girls, so it's like we kind of still like, get in touch with that. Like,
yeah,
when they actually sang something we understood.
Yeah.
Because now it's like the same freaking riffs, over and over.
Gosh,
it's like,
cannot
the writing is not.
It's not the same,
creative.
guys. Come on. It's really repetitive. The verse, the choruses. Yeah. I'm like, what is this?
It's just it's just a different. I guess just. I don't know. Fuck,
lazy?
Lazy! Like, what the fuck? Like, they want to do something or record something that's just catchy for one or two lines and then that's it.
That's lazy writing.
Yeah, and because they don't care if it was, like, great artwork.
Yeah, where's the art, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dig deep. They gotta dig deeper.
Dig deep! I'm all about that. Dig deep! This is the message for tonight, guys. If there's anything you got out of the show this evening, it would be to dig deep.
Yes.
Okay, well, any last few words? Okay, so let's talk about Kyra Karren events.
Okay.
So how do people reach you and the services that are available?
So I expanded and I have videography, photography, MC now. I do slideshows. I do the whole production, man.
Holy shit, girl.
Because it's a one-stop shop. They're like, do you know a DJ? Do you know?
Yeah,
I'm like, here.
Yeah, I mean, you've been in the industry, you know how
long time, yeah. If they don't want
sound.
the whole thing, then I'll do like items, a la carte items.
I like that.
But you guys can reach me through IG, Kyra Karren Events, or Facebook, Kyra Karren. And then I'll plaster my phone number too. You can.
Yeah, I actually put the phone number right now.
Cool, yeah.
It's actually live right now, you guys. Text her, say hey.
Oh no, don't text me now, bro. I'm busy. Don't text me now.
And then she does music, photography, videography, and being the mistress of the ceremonies. But it's a Kyra event.
Oh, I said pyro.
Pyro.
Of my husband. I thought we were going there. I think it just hit me. This margarita.
I'm getting in trouble. I swear to God, we haven't even drank that much. But I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm gonna make another drink and we're gonna do karaoke after this.
Oh,
but anyways,
gosh.
I just want to thank everybody for, of course, joining us tonight. And I want to thank you for joining me. It's so great to have you in the show. My show this time.
Always so fun.
Oh my God. I can't wait for our next collab, next skit. Holy shit. We're gonna do a motherfucking tinikling dance, like a fucking villain. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call my mom, like, what's the next step? Like, she was like, freaking teach me. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. If you're watching us live on YouTube, I will be back next week at 9:01 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, because I like to be a minute late at least, because it's So fashionable. And if you're not following me already on Madame After Midnight, that's the exclusive adult-only Instagram page. Follow me on that. And my other crazy self on Madame Donut, the Madame Donuts. And then, of course, I have Donut Dynamite if you just want to see donuts. I mean, but come on. Why limit yourself?
Which donut?
Which donut? But yes, thank you so much. And I'm going to say, aloha!